Neuralink's shocking the world again, this time by potentially curing blindness. You think that's wild? Wait till you see the AI robots gunning for your job. They're more human-like than ever. Meanwhile, Elon's Grok 2.0 just dropped, uncensored and ready to stir up controversy. But here's the real kicker. OpenAI's SearchGPT is making Google's stock crash. Buckle up, because we're diving into how these AI breakthroughs are reshaping our world right now. First up is Neuralink, Elon Musk's groundbreaking brain-computer interface company, which has recently revealed astonishing results from their second human trial patient, known only as Alex. This patient has not only demonstrated remarkable control over digital devices, but has also achieved new milestones in the field of brain-computer interfaces. But before we dive into Alex's incredible journey, let's take a moment to recap the story of Neuralink's first patient, Nolan Arbaugh. Nolan, who suffered a severe spinal cord injury, received the Neuralink implant and initially showed promising results. However, due to issues with thread retraction, 85% of the electrodes in Nolan's implant lost their signal over time. Learning from this setback, Neuralink made significant improvements to its implant design for their second patient, Alex. The new chip boasts 128 threads, each with 8 electrodes, potentially doubling the bandwidth of the device. Moreover, the electrodes are now implanted deeper into the brain tissue, at a depth of 8 millimeters compared to the 3 to 5 millimeters used for Nolan. This adjustment aims to secure the threads more firmly and prevent the signal loss experienced in the first trial. The results have been nothing short of remarkable. Within a month of receiving the implant, Alex, an automotive technician with a passion for machinery, has regained a level of digital control that was previously unimaginable. Using the Neuralink device, Alex can now effortlessly manipulate a computer cursor, play video games, and even design 3D objects using CAD software. One of the most exciting moments came when Alex connected the Neuralink to his computer for the first time. Within a mere 5 minutes, he was able to control the cursor using only his thoughts. This lightning-fast adaptation is a testament to the intuitive nature of the Neuralink interface and the rapid learning curve for users. But Alex didn't stop there. As an avid gamer, he put the Neuralink to the test with the first-person shooter Counter-Strike. Prior to the implant, Alex had to use a mouth-operated controller called a quad stick, which limited his ability to move and aim simultaneously. With the Neuralink, however, Alex can now aim using his mind while moving with the quad stick, granting him a level of control that rivals that of able-bodied players. Perhaps most impressively, Alex has begun exploring the world of 3D design. Using Fusion 360 CAD software, Alex created a custom mount for his neural charger, which was then 3D printed and integrated into his setup. This achievement showcases the potential for Neuralink to not only restore lost abilities, but to empower users to pursue new creative endeavors. As Neuralink continues to work with Alex, they're developing new ways to enhance his productivity. By mapping intended movements to different types of clicks and expanding the range of control, the team hopes to make complex software like CAD even more accessible for users with paralysis. But Neuralink's ambitions don't stop there. The company is also working on a project called Blindsight, which aims to restore vision to the blind by stimulating the visual cortex directly.
Even if someone has never had vision ever, like they were born blind, we believe we can still restore vision. Because the visual part of the cortex is still there. Even if they've never seen before, we're confident that they could see.
While the concept may sound like science fiction, there's a solid foundation of research suggesting that it's possible. The key lies in understanding how vision works. When light enters the eye, it's converted into electrical signals that travel through the optic nerve to the visual cortex. For most blind individuals, it's the eye or optic nerve that's damaged, not the visual cortex itself. By bypassing the damaged components and stimulating the brain directly, Neuralink believes they can create artificial vision. Experiments dating back to the 1920s have shown that electrical stimulation of the visual cortex can produce visual sensations called phosphenes. These phosphenes appear as small dots or patterns of light, even in the absence of any actual light entering the eye. By precisely controlling the stimulation using a grid of electrodes, researchers have been able to create rudimentary visual displays, like braille patterns, directly in a patient's mind. Neuralink's Blindsight project aims to take this concept to the next level. By leveraging their high-precision electrode arrays and advanced signal processing, they hope to create a more detailed and useful form of artificial vision. Initially, the visual resolution may be quite low, akin to an old Atari game, but even this could be a game changer for those living in complete darkness. As Neuralink continues to refine their technology, the potential for Blindsight grows. With higher electrode counts and improved bandwidth, the resolution of the artificial vision could improve dramatically. In the future, Neuralink users might even be able to perceive wavelengths of light beyond the normal human range, like infrared or ultraviolet, by integrating specialized digital cameras with their implant. Of course, there's still a long road ahead. Restoring functional vision is a complex challenge that will require extensive research and development. But with the rapid advancements demonstrated by patients like Alex, it's clear that Neuralink is on the cusp of revolutionizing the field of brain-computer interfaces. From restoring digital autonomy for the paralyzed to potentially granting sight to the blind, Neuralink's technology holds the promise of transforming lives in ways that were once thought impossible. As the company continues to push the boundaries of what's achievable, we can only imagine what incredible breakthroughs await on the horizon. So, what do you think about Neuralink's latest advancements? Are you excited about the potential for this technology to revolutionize medicine and human augmentation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Next up, we have 1X Technologies, a company that's making waves in the world of humanoid robotics. Backed by none other than the infamous OpenAI, 1X has just unveiled their latest creation, the Neo Beta. This 30-second clip is about to change everything you thought you knew about robots. The fluidity, the agility, the sheer human-like grace, it's enough to make you question whether there's a person inside that suit. But make no mistake, this is 100% robot, and it's not just about looking cool. Neo's advanced capabilities are opening up a world of possibilities. Watch as Neo effortlessly navigates a kitchen. Neo's strength is on full display as it casually picks up a racing bike. Its dexterity shines through as it pours cocoa beans into a coffee machine with surgical accuracy. This isn't just a robot. It's a glimpse into a future where machines seamlessly integrate into our daily lives, taking on tasks that require both brawn and brains. But how does Neo achieve this level of human-like motion? The secret lies in its fully learned approach to walking, right down to the torque of each joint. By leveraging cutting-edge machine learning, Neo is paving the way for robots that move with the natural fluidity of a human. 1X Technologies isn't just building a robot, they're creating a platform for the physical embodiment of artificial general intelligence. And with OpenAI in their corner, the possibilities are endless. But the advancements in AI aren't limited to the physical realm. Blindsight, the future of AI employees, has just released a demo video that took the world by storm.
Bland is probably not a company you've heard of. We've been really quiet this past year, but there's a good chance that the last time you picked up a phone, you were one of the millions of people that spoke to our AI. Today, we're going to introduce you.
Hi, is this Isaiah? I heard you want to show me off in a demo.
Yeah, hey Bland. I hope you're having a great day. I just wanted you to explain to our audience how you work.
I'm having a great day, and yes, Isaiah, I'm an AI agent for enterprises. I can handle millions of phone calls simultaneously day or night and in any language or voice. I can be used for any use case in any industry across sales, operations, and of course customer support.
That sounds pretty awesome. Can you talk a little bit about what actually makes you special?
I handle conversations in an intelligent and hallucination-proof way. I do this through an invention from our team called Conversational Pathways. It's the tree of prompts you're seeing on screen right now, and it's how I navigate a conversation.
That sounds pretty amazing. And what kind of integrations does Conversational Pathways support?
Pretty much anything. I can be connected to a calendar to schedule meetings, update a CRM, and I can even accept payments over the phone. Do you want me to go into more detail?
No, I think that's enough for now. We'll let people talk with you on their own on our website. Thanks, Bland. Have a great day.
Thanks, Isaiah. You have a good day.
There are billions of phone calls made every single day. In the near future, almost all of them will be done with AI. That means no more waiting on hold, no more being endlessly transferred around, and hundreds of billions of dollars generated and saved for enterprises.
With the ability to handle millions of calls simultaneously in any language or voice, Bland AI is poised to revolutionize industries across the board. Sales, operations, customer support, no area is off limits.
Imagine a world where robots aren't just machines, but partners, helpers, and even friends. Well, that world might be closer than you think. The humanoid robot revolution is here, and it's about to change everything. From Shanghai to Silicon Valley, tech giants and startups alike are racing to bring humanoid robots to the masses. And we're not talking about some distant sci-fi future. We're talking about mass production and deliveries starting this year. First up, let's talk about Abot, a Shanghai-based startup that's about to start cranking out humanoid robots like nobody's business. Their new factory, set to start deliveries in October, aims to ship out 300 robots by the end of 2024. That's 200 bipedal bots and 100 wheeled ones, designed for everything from housework to industrial tasks. But Abot isn't just about quantity, they're about quality too. Their flagship model, the Wuning A2, stands 5'8" tall, weighs around 120 lbs, and is packed with sensors and AI that allow it to see, hear, and understand a whole range of inputs. It's so precise, it can even thread a needle, something that even many humans struggle with. And here's the kicker. Abot's founder, Peng Zheru, isn't afraid to go head-to-head with the big boys. In fact, he's pretty much called out Tesla's Optimus robot as his direct competitor. With Abot's focus on efficient production and cost control, they might just give Elon Musk a run for his money. But Abot isn't the only player in the game. Enter Unitree Robotics, another Chinese company making waves with their G1 model. Priced at just $116,000, the G1 is a versatile, high-performance bot that can leap, twist, dance, and even tackle stairs cluttered with debris. It's like having a superhero butler that can fit in your cupboard. And then there's Stardust Intelligence and their Astrobot S1. Launched just this August, the S1 is designed from the ground up with AI in mind. It can handle complex, long-sequence tasks like cooking stir-fry, brewing tea, and even playing musical instruments. With its cutting-edge design for AI architecture, the S1 isn't just following commands. It's learning, adapting, and thinking on its own. So, what does all this mean? Well, it means the race is on. The humanoid robot market is projected to be worth over $20 billion by 2026. And everyone wants a piece of the pie. But it's not just about money. It's about changing the way we live and work. Imagine a world where you come home to a freshly cooked meal, a clean house, and all your chores taken care of, not by a human housekeeper, but by your very own robot assistant. Imagine factories and warehouses where robots work side by side with humans, taking on the most dangerous and repetitive tasks. Imagine a future where robots aren't just tools, but companions, designed to understand and interact with us like never before. That future is coming, and it's coming fast. With companies like Abot, Unitree, and Stardust pushing the boundaries of what's possible, we could see humanoid robots become as common as smartphones in the next few years. But of course, with great technology comes great responsibility. As robots become more advanced and more integrated into our lives, we'll need to navigate complex questions about ethics, privacy, and the very nature of our relationship with machines. OpenAI has just dropped a bombshell in the world of search engines. They've announced SearchGPT, a new AI-powered search tool that's set to revolutionize how we find information online. This isn't just another incremental improvement, it's a fundamental reimagining of what a search engine can be. So what makes SearchGPT so special? Unlike traditional search engines that simply spit out a list of links, SearchGPT actually understands your query and provides direct conversational answers. It's like having a knowledgeable assistant at your fingertips, ready to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Here's how it works. You type in your question, and SearchGPT doesn't just search the web, it comprehends the information it finds and synthesizes an answer for you. But here's the kicker. It doesn't just give you information, it also provides clear citations and links to its sources. This means you're getting the best of both worlds, the convenience of AI and the reliability of traditional web sources. Let's say you're planning a trip and you search for music festivals in Boone, North Carolina in August 2024. Instead of forcing you to click through multiple links, SearchGPT will give you a summary of the festivals it finds, complete with descriptions and direct links to the event pages. It's like having a local expert plan your trip for you. But OpenAI isn't stopping there. They're also introducing a feature called Visual Answers. While they haven't revealed all the details yet, it seems this will involve AI-generated videos and images to enhance your search experience. Imagine searching for how to tie a tie and getting an AI-generated video demonstration right in your results. Now, you might be wondering, isn't this just like ChatGPT? Well, yes and no. While SearchGPT uses similar technology, it's specifically designed for web searches and has real-time access to the internet. This means it can provide up-to-date information on current events, something ChatGPT has struggled with in the past. OpenAI is taking a cautious approach with this rollout. They're starting with a small group of about 10,000 test users and select publishers. This allows them to gather feedback and fine-tune the system before a wider release. Eventually, they plan to integrate these search features directly into ChatGPT, creating an even more powerful tool. But here's where it gets really interesting. OpenAI is tackling one of the biggest criticisms of AI-powered search head-on, the impact on publishers and content creators. They're partnering with major news outlets and giving publishers control over how their content appears in search results. This includes the option to opt out of having their content used to train OpenAI's models while still appearing in search results. This approach is a direct response to the backlash faced by other AI search tools. For example, Google's AI overviews and Perplexity's AI summaries have been criticized for potentially reducing traffic to publisher websites. OpenAI seems determined to avoid these pitfalls and create a system that benefits both users and content creators. The implications of SearchGPT are massive. It's not just a threat to Google's search dominance, it could fundamentally change how we interact with information online. Imagine a world where you don't have to sift through pages of results or jump between multiple websites to find what you need. With SearchGPT, the answers could be right at your fingertips. Of course, this technology raises some important questions. How will it impact digital advertising, which is the lifeblood of many websites? Will it change the way we consume news and information? And perhaps most importantly, how do we ensure the accuracy and reliability of AI-generated answers? These are challenges that OpenAI will need to address as they continue to develop SearchGPT. Elon Musk has done it again, folks. Just when you thought AI couldn't get any wilder, he's unleashed Grok 2 onto the world, an artificial intelligence so powerful and uncensored, it's making waves across the tech industry. Today, we're diving deep into this controversial new AI, exploring its capabilities, its risks, and why it might just change the game forever. Let's kick things off with the basics. Grok 2 is the latest creation from xAI, Elon Musk's artificial intelligence company. Launched just under 2 years after the company was founded, it's already turning heads for two main reasons. It's incredibly smart. It has almost no content restrictions. Now let's break down why this is such a big deal. First up, the brains. Grok 2 isn't just keeping up with the big names in AI, it's beating them in some key areas. We're talking about outperforming models like GPT-4, Google's Gemini, and Anthropic's Claude. How do we know this? It all comes down to benchmarks. In the AI world, we use something called ELO scores to compare different models. It's like a chess ranking system, but for artificial intelligence. On the LMCE leaderboard, a popular platform for these comparisons, Grok 2 is showing some impressive results. Let's look at some numbers. On the GPQA benchmark, which tests graduate-level science knowledge, Grok 2 scored 56.0%. That might not sound amazing, but compare it to GPT-4 Turbo's 48.0% and Claude 3.5 Sonnet's 59.6%. Grok 2 is playing in the big leagues here. For the math benchmark, Grok 2 is solving tough problems better than many of its competitors. On the MMLU benchmark, that's Massive Multitask Language Understanding, Grok 2 scored 87.5%. That's ahead of GPT-4 Turbo at 86.5% and Gemini Pro at 85.9%. But Grok 2 isn't just about raw intelligence. It's designed to be flexible and easy to use. One of its coolest features, it can pull real-time information straight from X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. This makes Grok 2 incredibly powerful for handling up-to-the-minute situations. Now let's talk about Grok 2's little sibling, Grok 2 Mini. This is a smaller, faster version of the main model. It's designed for situations where speed matters more than having every tiny detail. But don't let its size fool you. Grok 2 Mini is still outperforming some big names. On the math benchmark, it scored 73.0%, beating Claude 3.5 Sonnet's 71.1%. But Grok 2 isn't just about text and numbers, it's also making waves in visual tasks. On the Math Vista benchmark, which tests visual reasoning for math problems, Grok 2 scored 69.0%. That's well above GPT-4 Turbo's 58.1% and even beats Claude 3.5 Sonnet's 67.7%. For document-based question answering, DocVQA, Grok 2 scored an impressive 93.6%, just shy of the top score of 95.2% achieved by Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Now here's where things get really interesting and controversial. Unlike most AI platforms that have strict controls over what they'll generate, Grok 2 is much more permissive. This is especially noticeable in its image generation capabilities. Users have been able to create images that other AI models would flat out refuse to make. We're talking about images of public figures in compromising or violent scenarios. For example, people have generated images of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris on a plane flying toward the Twin Towers, or Barack Obama holding a knife to Joe Biden's throat. Now, I don't need to tell you why this is problematic. These kinds of images raise serious ethical concerns. They could easily be used to spread misinformation or create harmful deepfakes. This loose approach to content moderation is very different from how platforms like OpenAI handle things. This brings us to the big question. What are the implications of an AI this powerful with so few restrictions? On one hand, Grok 2 represents a leap forward in AI capabilities. Its performance across various benchmarks shows that it's a serious contender in the AI space. The ability to access real-time information from X could make it incredibly useful for analyzing current events or trending topics. On the other hand, the lack of content restrictions is raising red flags for many. In an era where misinformation is already a major concern, an AI that can generate convincing but potentially harmful content could be a serious problem. Elon Musk's vision for AI, as seen through Grok 2, emphasizes openness and a less restrictive approach to content creation. This aligns with his broader views on free speech, which have also influenced how X operates as a platform. But this approach comes with its own set of risks and challenges. Legally, XAI is already facing scrutiny. In Europe, the company had to partially suspend data processing after concerns were raised about how it was using data from X to train its AI models. This highlights the ongoing tension between Musk's vision of an open, less regulated AI landscape and the realities of operating within international laws and regulations. If you've been following the AI image generation scene, you know we've had some big players like Midjourney, DALL-E, and Stable Diffusion, but there's a new contender in town, and it's called Flux. Trust me, this is something you need to know about. So, what's the big deal with Flux? Imagine scrolling through your social media feed and coming across an image so realistic you'd swear it was a photograph. But then you notice something slightly off. Maybe the text on a lanyard looks a bit funky, or the background patterns seem just a tad unnatural. That's when it hits you. You're looking at an AI-generated image, and it's blurring the line between reality and artificial creation like never before. Flux is an open-source AI image generator developed by Black Forest Labs, a company with some serious pedigree. Some of the folks behind it used to work at Stability AI. Yeah, the same crew responsible for Stable Diffusion. They're not messing around. Now, let's break down what makes Flux special. Open source. This means the code is out there for anyone to tinker with, modify, and integrate into their own projects. It's a game changer for developers, hobbyists, and small businesses who might not have the resources for more expensive proprietary tools. Multiple versions. Flux comes in 3 flavors: Pro for commercial use, Dev as a mid-weight model, and Schnell, German for fast, for quick generations. This versatility makes it accessible for different needs and computing capabilities. Hardware friendly. Unlike some AI models that need supercomputers or cloud services, Flux can run on modest hardware. Got a decent laptop? You're good to go. Photorealism? This is where Flux really shines. The images it creates are so lifelike, it's hard to believe they're AI generated. When combined with a fine-tuning script called LoRa, the results are mind-blowing, but it's not perfect. If you look closely, you'll notice some telltale signs. Text rendering can be a bit off. Patterns and textures sometimes look wonky. Elements might be slightly out of proportion. Skin textures can appear too smooth, lacking natural imperfections. Despite these minor issues, Flux is going viral, and it's easy to see why. The level of realism it achieves is stunning, opening up huge potential in areas like stock photography, advertising, and social media content. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The rise of hyper-realistic AI-generated images raises concerns about fake news, scams, and misinformation. As these images become more indistinguishable from reality, we'll need to grapple with some serious ethical questions, but let's not get too bogged down in the doom and gloom. There's still a lot to be excited about with Flux, especially if you're a tech enthusiast or creator. Want to try it out? You've got options. Run it locally using the Pinocchio launcher if you have a decent GPU. Use online platforms like Night Cafe or Poe that have integrated Flux. For developers, it's available on platforms like Bass Labs, Hugging Face, and Focus. Black Forest Labs isn't stopping at images either. They're working on a text-to-video model called SODA, promising high-quality output that will be available open source. With $31 million in recent funding, including backing from Andreessen Horowitz, they're definitely a company to watch. Flux is shaking up the AI image generation scene in a big way. It's proving to be a serious contender to established names like Midjourney and Stable Diffusion, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in AI-generated imagery. So, what do you think? Are you excited about the possibilities of Flux, or do you have concerns about the implications of such realistic AI-generated images? Have you tried it out yourself? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my future AI updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.